I am so excited to be talking about the teacher's edition that goes along with thinking about psychology. When we designed this, we specifically had new teachers in mind who might just be starting from scratch. And so we really have a ton of resources in there for them that can help them maximize their student learning, be more efficient in their teaching, and just get through that first time they're teaching this material. The way it's set up is the book is organized by pillars, and each pillar begins with what we call blue pages, right? And in the blue pages, it's got a summary of the overall pillar and everything that's included there. And then it just has a brief summary of each module. And I would encourage teachers to start there. Look at that, get your schema, right? As a psychologist, get your schema going about that pillar. Look at what's going to be covered in each module. And then it goes through and it talks about the learning objectives of each module. It's got a pacing guide. There's just a lot of good material to get going in the actual blue pages. Then how each module set up is in the teacher's edition is the student pages are smaller, and then around the margin, it's got the marginal items, activities that you can integrate to improve your teaching. And we have a ton of those. They're described clearly in the book, but we have ones that are specifically for engagement, specifically for class discussion, so discussion prompts. We have new features in this that I really like. One that focuses on student well-being. How can you actually use this material to enhance student well-being and your own as teachers? So there's a lot of materials there. What I would encourage new teachers to do is look at those blue pages, and then as you're making your lesson plans for each module, go through and look at those activities and see which ones best match your teaching style, your student population, and how you can use them, because there are a ton there. You can't do them all. So that's one thing also. Don't do them all. Don't think you can do them all. Instead, decide, which ones fit what you want to do in your lesson and fit your student population. The other thing I would encourage you to do is do a variety of activities, right? Do a variety of activities and build them into each class so that where it's not just you lecturing on the material, but students actually engage in the material. We have activities that open each module that kind of set the stage. They do what's called, in pedagogy, activating prior knowledge, so that students have something to kind of hang this new material on. And then we have engagement points throughout. And then at the end, we have some closing activities and closing assessments. So they're really designed to have the complete lesson plan supported for you. In addition, one last thing I'd like to point out with this is that in these activities, some of them have a little red icon that says TRM, and that stands for Teacher Resource Materials. And so it could be that some of these activities are too big to put in a little bucket around the margin. And so what we do there is we refer you back to the Teacher's Resource Materials. So it could be an activity that has a handout or a survey or something like that. So be on the lookout for those. And then plan a few of them for each of your classes. I think you'll find it useful, and it will enhance student learning.